Okay, let's spend some time talking about hybrid cloud and application migration. So we're going to tell you where to begin, the application migration process, how to assess your applications, and where to keep learning. Where to begin. So you need to do an application portfolio assessment, and that's basically looking at the workloads that exist within your existing as-is state, or typically your traditional non-cloud systems, and look at the readiness of that portfolio to move into a hybrid cloud. So what are those applications written in? How easy is it to find platform analogs or programming language analogs that exist on either the private or public cloud, and your ability to, in essence, move those applications in a timely and cost-effective way. Need to do a cloud reference architecture. In other words, where we're moving to, what that cloud looks like, and how we're going to reference the logical and physical architecture. And then we need to do application cloud roadmap and plans. So in other words, once we've done the assessment, we understand what applications are there, and we've done the triage in terms of what those application workloads do, then we put a roadmap in place in terms of which ones need to go first, which ones should go, which ones need to be refactored, which ones need to be rehosted, which ones are going to be cost ineffective to move, which means they shouldn't move, and which ones are going to provide the best value to the business, therefore they should be moved first. Then we do the application migration. We have proof of concepts and pilots. We do infrastructure automation, so we automate the operations and deployment of the applications. And then application migration and DevOps, and how DevOps fits into the plan. So once we've migrated the applications to the hybrid cloud, how that's going to be part of a DevOps plan, and how those things are going to be matured and development and tested and automated and operated using a continuously improving infrastructure and using agile methodologies, scrums, those sorts of things, to ensure that we're basically reacting to the business in terms of the needs. We're able to change those applications to meet the needs of the business as quickly as possible. The application migration process. So starting from the top, we do strategy and economics in terms of what we're doing and the reason why we're doing it. One of the things that we need to ask ourselves as we're moving into any application migration project, why we're doing it and the value that it's going to bring to the business. Next, security and governance. We need to figure out our security and governance requirements, how that stuff kind of fits together. Application portfolio assessment, which we discussed in the previous slide. Application migration, the ability to kind of migrate those systems to the hybrid cloud, either public or private clouds within the hybrid cloud. How DevOps fits in and doing the plan for that. Then also Cloud Ops, how we plan on operating the system. And then back to strategy and economics. And this is basically a iterative process. So we're always going to go back to the business case, doing security and governance, application portfolio assessment, application migration, DevOps, and Cloud Ops, until we've gone through all of the application workloads and we've migrated the ones they're going to be most cost effective and provide the most value to the business, but we know what they are, we know where they should exist, and we've optimized the platforms they're going to run on, either hybrid cloud, private or public, or traditional, leaving them on the traditional system, or move them to another system or another platform. Okay, let's look at the process of assessing the applications. So in the world of application migration, we have an application portfolio assessment process. And that's where we look at the existing systems and we determine exactly what directions those systems need to move into. So we have a couple of choices. We have rehosting or lift and shift. We have replatforming, or basically moving from one platform to another with minor modifications. Refactoring, which means major modifications, but typically not a complete rewrite. Then rewriting the application, basically bringing it down to its functional primitive and rewriting it from scratch. And there's also replacement, the ability to find a software as a service analog, for example, to replace a human resource system versus building it yourself, or outright retirements of the applications, where basically we're just shutting them down because they have no functional use. So we need to keep learning. So you'll find more information about this topic in the next video unit. And I urge you to move forward, understand this better.